Nobody is writing anything yet? They are writing? Oh, I can't see anything that is written. So I think that is probably the computer doesn't want to display what is written today. We need to recharge that computer. No, I think, let me see if I could find it here. Sorry, not that I didn't want to greet you guys. Just that I couldn't see what you were writing. Okay. Let me see who is here. Okay, Adelaja Disu is here. Rochelle White, Eric Osadolo, Ezinwa, Favor Umana, Success is here. Ravele is here. Shao Smith. Yeah, nice to see all of you. Please, as you are coming in, go ahead and do what's good, do the obvious. Go ahead and invite your friends. Go ahead and share the link, and let's get everybody on board. Let's get as many people as possible on board, as much as we could. Patty Pat, welcome. Daniel Atsenga. Albertina is here. Yomi Jegede. Paul Oriade is here. Monica. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Amarashi Jerry. Daniel Atsenga again. Fisayo is here. So, here we go. Let's go ahead and share the links. Natalia Kalida, Princess Adetola, Olusegun Folabi. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Frydon, Agnes Ibu. Welcome, welcome everyone. Nice to see all of you. Joke Odukoya. Welcome, Mesonge. Nice to see all of you. Demidenko Yuri, Nkiru Ojimadu, Demian Francis, Adim Milua. Blessing to all of you. Now, it's time to go on. You people remember what I started to talk about this week. What is truth? And today's topic is what is truth? What truth is not. Sorry. From yesterday I started another series, What Truth Is Not. And today I'm continuing that series, What Truth Is Not. What truth is not? And the topic of yesterday was truth is not what works. Truth is not what works. That was yesterday. And if you remember, there are some other examples I didn't give yesterday, but I think it's an obvious one. Yes, you remember the situation with Moses when he went to Pharaoh to demand for the release of the children of Israel. When he put his rod down as God instructed him to do, and that rod turned into a snake. The wizards and the witches and the black magicians of Egypt were able to do the same thing. They were able to actually, produce the same results. So they put down their rod, and it worked for them. They were able to do exactly the same thing as Moses did. But at the end of the day, it didn't last. The truth came out. The truth will always expose the fake. The truth will always be vindicated. There is nothing we can do against the truth, only for the truth. So that is another example of things working, and yet it's not been a truth. So a lot of things that we are celebrating and entertaining in our world today, especially in the church world, they are working, and that is the criteria that most people use to decide about men of God and about churches, that, it's working. Whatever it's doing is working. And because it's working, so hence, whatever, that it means it couldn't be bad. It means it's God. But we have to talk about that. So if you missed yesterday's teaching, go back to yesterday and listen to that teaching that it's not everything that works that is from God. That is truth. So what truth is not? Truth is not things that work. Truth is not everything that works. Okay, let's look at another example. Do you remember when the children of Israel were crying out for water, and they and God instructed Moses to strike the rock, and he did that in anger, and he did it twice, even though it was wrong. He didn't do it in accordance to what God wanted him to do, yet the thing worked. So he was walking in error. He was already in error. He had already missed God. In fact, he missed God so much that God was not going to allow him to enter into the land of promise. Yet the miracle happened. Yet the thing worked. So this is another example for us that people could miss God. People could have missed God long time ago, but they are still doing miracles. People could have missed God long time ago, but they are still, I think whatever they are doing is still working. So if that is the criteria that people in my country are using to judge churches and men of God, wow, they are going to be in for a big shock. Okay, they are going to be in for a big shock because truth is not what is working. So to say that this church is a true church just because things are working there, in the sense that miracles are being worked there, that is not an evidence yet. That's not enough a proof to say that that's the true church, or that man is a true man of God because he's doing some work or some people are following him. No, truth has to be truth, non-negotiable. Truth is not something that works. Truth is not always something that works. Actually, the way I said it yesterday is that an idea is not true because it works. It works because it is true. An idea is not true because it works, but if there's true idea, it will definitely work. It might not work the time you want it and at your own speed, but it will work eventually the way God wants it to work. So again, what we are analyzing today, and we are continuing what we started yesterday, but another topic today. Yesterday was what truth is not. Truth is not what works, okay? Today, what truth is not. Truth is not what feels good, is what we're talking about today. Truth is not what feels good. Truth is not what feels good, or even what feels bad. The fact that you are feeling good about something doesn't mean that the thing is right, or it might be right, but not truth. So truth is not measured by if something feels good or not. And also, you cannot also say because something is not feeling good, then it means it's the truth. So truth is not feelings at the end of the day. I think that's a better way to put it. Truth is not feelings. So let's think, and I want to challenge all of you that are at home right now, and all the people who are here, to tell me, to answer this question. I have a question for you, and those people who are here, I would like to challenge them to come over, and anybody who wants to comment on this. So what are the examples of things that people, conclude that are okay just because they feel right, or they feel good, or they don't feel right? What are instances like this that we are familiar with when people come to the conclusion that something is true or is not true, just judging by how it feels or how they feel? But, before I make you people come forward, before I invite you people forward, I would like to say that if we base truth on the basis of feelings, how we feel or how the thing feels, sometimes it could be right. Sometimes it could be right, but also it could be wrong. But so that feeling should not be a standard for determining truth. Now, there are worldviews. You remember yesterday I spoke about pragmatism. Pragmatism is that if anything works, it is the truth. If it's working, it means it's right. So we are saying that is not truth. It's pragmatism. That is a philosophy. That's a philosophical point of view, but which has its own name, and its name is pragmatism. When people believe that anything that works is good, it means it's right if it works. So today also, I'm, going to classify the school of thought that believes that if something feels right, that it is good, or it is the truth. Or if you feel right about something, that means that it's the right decision to take. That's the truth. Or that if it feels good, it's right. It is the school of thought that there are two schools of thoughts that actually believe in this. One of them is mysticism, mystics. Mystics follow their feelings most of the time. Mystics believe, they come from the school of thought that if it is right, they are going to feel it. So they feel they have some things they are looking out for. So they follow those kind of feelings to determine that yes, that is right, because it's feeling right. It's feeling as they are expecting it to be felt. Okay, it's just like people, the pagans also do the same thing. They say, oh, this sign has happened, or that has happened. That means the thing is the truth. But so that is mysticism. It is not Christianity, and it is not truth. We don't determine the truth by feelings. And another school of thought, which is more philosophical, this mysticism is more diabolical, right? It's more like spiritual. But this one, the other school of thought that believes that anything that feels good is good, is all right, is the truth, is called the school of thought of subjectivism. Subjectivism is a subjective thing. It is what you come to. It's an individual thing. It's what people will tell you that the truth is according to your opinion, or truth is in the eye of the beholder. Just like people say the beauty is in the eye of the beholder, people say truth also is like that. And that is subjectivism, right? But it's not truth anyway. So personal feelings is not enough to determine the truth. We don't use feelings to determine the truth. So whatever feels good doesn't mean it is right. And whatever feels good, even though it might work, but it doesn't mean it's right. Even though you might feel good about it, but it doesn't mean it's truth. So we don't use feelings, personal feelings or corporate feelings, to determine truth. Because feelings can be misleading. In fact, as a matter of fact, a certain feeling could be true today, and then you find out that tomorrow that same feeling doesn't give you the same result. Some people, that's why a lot of people, Christians even succumb to this sometimes. They say, oh, I know the way God speaks to me. And they feel that God will have to speak to them the same way, because one time God has spoken to them that way and they have gotten the result. And now they are saying that is the only way they are looking out forward for God to speak to them. But God is multidimensional. And in fact, it's like God is intentional about not using the same method to deal with us all the time. If you look at the miracles that Jesus performed in the New Testament, you will see that all the miracles have different approaches. Jesus used different approach in each miracle that he performed. So he never repeated any miracle the same way. The same with God in the New Testament, in the Old Testament. Most of his miracles are not repeated in the same formula. So the reason why God is not doing this is because he doesn't want you to become a mystic. God is trying to take us away from mysticism that comes through, a dogmatic approach to life, or an approach of feeling, to say that, okay, since this is what happened the last time, it has to be right. And every time that I'm looking for an answer, I have to look forward to just the same feeling. Well, God will just do it and not give you the same. And if you insist that you are going to be looking for the same feeling at the same time, you will discover that you go into error. So feelings does not always determine truth. And we cannot use feelings to determine truth. So what feels right, or what was even right at a point, doesn't necessarily become right each time. And that is one thing with the truth. Truth has to be stable, truth has to be predictable, and truth has to be constant. Truth has to be absolute. Truth must be truth at all time. It doesn't matter if it is in 10,000 years' time. Truth will still remain truth at all time. So that is one thing about truth. Truth is constant. But when it comes to feelings will always change. So now, everybody, anyone that is willing to come, please come, only faster, and tell me how do people relate with it? feelings, with their feelings. When do they use feeling? When do we normally use feeling? And what are the examples of feelings? And people, you need to go back so that you'll be saying, oh, or you can do like that, yes. Or you could do the way you just did now, yeah. Yeah, you can talk.
Hello everybody, nice to see you all. I think you,
that is Tatiana. It's been some time, Tatiana.
Yes, I miss you all, guys, and I hope to see you all of you at HMT, which has coming soon. So the question, pastor's questions was about feelings and about truth.
Mm-hmm.
Can we base the truth?
I want to actually hear about examples or instances when people use feelings to determine the truth.
Yes, Pastor, you will get.
Okay. I will get my answer.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, you will get your answer. And talking about feelings, I want to speak like a woman, you know. We women, we are living, we are moved, we are created. It's like we were created to move by feelings, and you know something about intuition.
Yeah.
So, for example, I see the person, I see someone, and I don't feel good about it.
Feeling.
Yes, this is feeling, and we are so conscious about this.
Yes.
We are so we put these feelings in the first place. Okay, if I don't feel good about this person, for example, or good, so it means that this is true.
Wow.
This what first goes to
your mind.
Make a decision about and to take an opinion about the person, and sometimes it goes too far when we speak about women, and I don't think about I speak about women, but I think it's about all actually all people. How it's supposed to be, I think. It's not about how you feel about a person, and it's not about who says something about the person. It's about what is true, and to find out what is true. It's not enough your feelings and the thoughts others about the person, your own thoughts about the person, and even two opinions of others. It's not enough. What is true? For example, when we're talking about the people, what is true? True, it's the people are good. Everybody are good.
Because they are created in God's image.
Yes, exactly.
This is the truth.
Yes, exactly, Pastor. And when we're talking about truth, truth is based on Bible. When God created a man, He said, "Oh, well done. I'm a good."
Everything is good.
Yes, everything is good. And actually, when He created a man, He said, "Wow, I'm perfect.
Go backward a little bit, because you are standing straight. You can still, if you go back, don't lean on this, then you can be seen your head. Yeah. You don't need to bend. Yeah.
So yes, and what else? What else can be as an example? For example, I feel today. I feel to go. I just want to use an example of church, but okay, let's assume that to go to the church is right, and
it's okay,
and this is the greatest thing that every Christian can do. If we assume that all churches do their job, okay? So today is Sunday, and I don't feel to go to the church.
You don't feel like going to church.
Yes, I don't feel to go like to go to the church. So or I feel to go to the church.
Okay.
What is true? True. It's not about how you feel today about going to the church, but if it's your beliefs that to go to the church it's good. It's good. Okay, if you before decided that this point I'm going to the church every Sunday, and then
You must have a reason. You must
Yes.
have some proof.
yes, exactly. Oh, let's say not go to the church. I feel to, for example, I am going, I'm crossing the road. I'm going to the, I'm crossing the road, yes, and there is an old woman, and she can cross by herself. And this is not about feeling. Am I feel good or am I feel to help her, or am I not?
Okay.
It's about truth, which says
Wow, very
help,
good,
help
very
to the
good.
weaker.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
it's not about what I feel, and this is not this is every day, every hour, and when we're talking about our decisions every day, for example, what to choose to watch movie or to read a book. What is the truth? The truth that when you will watch a movie, what will you receive? And of course you feel like doing this, but you must have some kind of beliefs which must to be based on truth, only on truth. So if you see on your list of your points that it's not some of them, you just delete it. This is how it works, and not about how I'm feeling or how I'm doing. So this is my opinion. Thank you guys for listening.
Don't go away too far. Let's hear Julie.
Yes, so I was thinking of nutrition and eating well or eating bad. So let's say you have to take care of your intake, everything that you eat and that you drink, and you just feel like smoking a cigarette. So because you feel like doing it doesn't mean that it's going to be what you actually need. It's not going to be the truth, because the truth is that you feel that this is good for you, but it is actually not, because if you take it, it's going to damage you. It's going to damage your system. It's going to damage your health. It's going to affect, even your relationships. It's going to affect your teeth. It's going to affect your breathing system. So basically, the truth about this is not that because it feels good, it is something that you have to take, but it actually is not, because it's going to damage you. The same goes for any type of food that we feel like eating. If we want to eat chocolate, or if we want to eat ice cream, or whatever it is, because we feel like, it is good, or we feel good when eating it, it is not going to help us. The truth is that it's going to damage us. So that's the...
So you are reminding me of the program we just had recently.
Yeah.
I and you and Mayowa and Queen Kiru.
Yeah.
So I was on a program which is cleansing program or dieting program, and the girls saw me going through my suffering, and on my way to Calvary, my Via della Rosa. So while I was going through my own Via della Rosa, because I didn't eat properly for 3 weeks, and they were challenged, and Queen Nkiru, who is the lose weight expert, decided to help them through. But anyway, the bottom line is this: when I was going through that program of detoxification and but all the things they were giving me to drink and eat were horrible. They didn't taste nice. They didn't taste good at all. But is that a basis for truth? Is that a basis for taking decision? Should I take because whatever we see as the truth is what we use as our basis for decision making. Whatever we believe is the truth is what informs our decisions. So we all take decisions according to what we believe to be the truth or to be the right thing. So for example, if I use my feelings and emotions as the basis, as my basis for taking decisions, it means that since the food they were giving to me were not tasting nice, and my feeling was telling me that this is horrible. I mean, this is horrible. This is tasting horribly. I would better go back to my meat and pork. All right? Pork, meat, chicken, predictable. McDonald's, more predictable. KFC, absolutely predictable. Why don't I just go for that? Because that's what feels good. So if the basis of our decisions are feelings, well, you know the end result. You know the end result. But even though the stuff they were giving me herbs. And herbs were natural extraction from leaves and plants and things like this. And herbs don't normally come with sugar. And without sweetness and sugar, herbs are always bitter. So these people have given me herbs to drink and soda. So all these things were not pleasant. So feeling-wise, if we are to use feeling as a basis for decision making, for me, I would have said, no, I would never do this cleansing again. But because I'm informed by the truth, and the truth has told me that when I do the cleansing, it gets out it detoxes my body, it gets out the toxins, and, I become healthier. And if I don't remove those toxins and detoxifications, I'm liable to sicknesses and diseases, and even cancer could come and attack my body. And because I don't want to be sick, and I'm 50, and I want to be strong in the latter part of my life, and I want to, grow strong, I am better informed. So the truth that I know and the truth that has been discovered about health is keeping me in place to say, no, even though I don't like the feelings, but the feelings in this case is not the truth. It is the research that has been done by nutritionists, by diet experts, by health experts. It is that research that is the truth, because it has been proven in the laboratory, and it has been proven by experience. And, all kind of affirmation and confirmation are there to point out to the fact that if you just eat anything that feels good, that you get bad result. So, but before, I didn't have this philosophy, let me tell you the truth. I never knew, and I never believed that I needed to take myself through the rigor of detoxification, of cleansing, and of drinking all these herbs. You know what my philosophy was? If it is blessed in the name of the Lord, anything that you have prayed for, I'm blessed with thanksgiving. Hallelujah. Just scatter the thing. Just enjoy yourself. Now, the Bible says that things are purified by thanksgiving and prayers, but for Christians like us who are fundamentalists, I was thinking I was going to believe the word of God more. So I will believe the word of God that nothing will happen to me. Everything is purified and sanctified by prayers and thanksgiving. So I will eat anything and I will eat anyhow. And everything is going to be changed inside my system, even if it's not healthy. So even though I was standing on the word of God, so to say, and I will eat anything that feels good. So isn't the word of God truth? That everything is sanctified by prayers and by thanksgiving. But if we are going to go by that alone, then we just say we believe in the word of God. Then we switch off common sense. It's like saying Peter walked on water. So why can't I walk on water? Let me go and walk on water. So, and I say I don't recognize gravity because Jesus was taken to heaven and he violated gravity. Peter walked on water, he violated gravity. So I don't believe in gravity. So I'm going to walk on water. That puts off your common sense. But also, more than common sense, that is only one-sided reference to the Word of God. Yes, the Bible says with thanksgiving and and prayers that your food is sanctified, but you will also say that if you study the Word of God very well, and if you study the workings of God with man and the way he worked with Israel, he actually told Israelites not to eat certain food. So God does know that there is need for sanctification and for diet. So there is clear-cut instruction in the Bible for dieting. Because even though God knows that He's the God of Israel and He's in favor of the children of Israel, but He knew that He was there. He told them, even in the Old Testament, I'm the Lord your healer. But even though He was the Lord their healer, and He even told them, oh, none of these diseases and sicknesses will come to you, He knew that people could claim that, oh, none of this sickness will come to you. But He still said, don't eat these things. Even though I've said none of these sicknesses will come to you, but if you go ahead and just abuse your body and eat what you just like, maybe it will heal you, but I don't think that particular aspect of the sickness will not come to you will happen. I think you still need to abide by the law of nature. The law of nature in this case supersedes just the claiming of promise. In the sense that God himself is the one who created nature. It's like tempting the Lord thy God. And the Bible itself says, do not tempt the Lord thy God. Don't tempt your God. If God has said, don't do these things, they are bad for you, why don't you just abide by that? Okay, a lot of Christians now, we say God heals us and we believe in healing. Yes, God heals us. But God has also given you instructions in the Bible how to prevent sicknesses, rather than to believe God to heal you. So in my own case, I had a very practical example of, a very practical, reality of this, that not everything that feels good, not everything that tastes good, and not everything that I'm good about, I should be eating. Right now, I'm 50 years old. You know my decision at 50? I am going to stop eating meat, fish, any poultry. Maybe I will eat once a month, but not more than that. Because I am Sunday Adelaja, Satan hates me, but I don't want to help him. Satan already hates me enough. But if I don't take care, if I don't do preventive measures, I'll be helping my enemy. I will not be helping myself. So yes, is God on my side? Is God for me? Yes, I'm sure He's on my side. But if God also had said you could avoid some food for you to be healthy, even though I don't feel good eating those food, but I've trained myself not to take decisions on what I feel good about. I've trained myself to take decisions on what is on the basis of truth. Okay, for example, I don't know, maybe any one of you are here. I think Julie was probably here at Mayo, I think. There was a day that my nutritionist, who was my dietologist, who was working with me to diet, there was a day she brought something for me to drink. She put pepper, hot chili pepper, chili. You know chili pepper? Red hot pepper. She put it a spoon in a small glass of water, cup of water, and put hot water inside. It was already hot without hot water, but now with hot water, and said I should drink it. So I said, okay, no problem. I was using sheer determination and willpower to drink it. So I drank. But what it did for me, I screamed. I don't know if you remember that day. I screamed and I said, no, wow, this is horrible. What is this? It burnt my throat, it burnt my stomach, it burnt everywhere. But she was later telling me the next day that, I didn't know you were going to feel so bad, but because I thought you were an African, but I was not eating in Africa. But she said this is healthy for you. So she said it's healthy for me and gave me all the health benefits of pepper and drinking pepper or eating pepper that way. So because I knew that it was healthy, even though the first sleep that I did was very horrible for me. But what the woman told me? The woman said, I couldn't believe it because she was ready to take it away. She said, okay, sorry, Pastor, I'm sorry. So she was about to take the glass away, the drink. But I said, no. She said, but you are dying. I said, no, but you said it's good. It has been proven that it's healthy. Even though I'm dying, but I'm still going to finish it. She said, what are you doing? I said, well, you didn't say it's healthy. I mean, it's been proven that it's good for me. So she said she has never seen that before. Because what she's used to is that this thing is painful for me. This thing is, I feel bad about it. If I feel bad about it, I don't want it. But I said, but I know it's good for me. That's the truth. The feeling bad about it that I'm having is not the truth. Yes, is it true that I'm feeling bad? Yes. But in this case, the truth, what is ultimately good for me, is not what I'm feeling right now. What is ultimately good for me is the research that has been done that this particular treatment will improve my health. That is the truth. So I would rather endure myself feeling bad. But she said, okay, but I was thinking maybe you would say, let me go and do another one where we put less. I said, no. What? And maybe next day, maybe we have to, look for another type of pepper, or we have to groom you. I said, you said it's good. If it's good, that is the truth. So I base my decisions on truth. And not what I'm feeling. I was feeling bad, but I was saying, so she was saying, Pastor, I see tears coming out of your eyes, but you are still drinking it. I said, yes. He said, Pastor, I see that you are dying, but you are still drinking it. I couldn't believe it. I said, yeah, because you said that is the truth. So what I'm saying, this is an example for us that it is not our feeling that is all that should dictate our decisions. It is what is truth that should dictate our decision. Our feelings could be anyhow. Our feelings could be opposite of the truth. So even though we are feeling bad and horrible, but we should still go ahead and live by the truth. Well, you are there also. Yeah, so anybody, you are there too? Mm-hmm. Can you say what you noticed? Did you notice that I kept on drinking, or you didn't notice that? Well, she was telling me that.
Yes. I mean, we were all looking at Pastor and noticing that he really did not like what he was drinking. And he also stood up, to walk around because it was just really, really bad.
I was feeling bad, yeah.
So
I had to go to the street,
to
the outside of to get fresh air.
Fresh air, exactly.
Because I was like losing, my consciousness.
Yeah. So we were all looking at him and expecting, for him to say, okay,
finish.
This is done. I'm not going to finish it. But he really got back to finishing.
I came back to the same cup.
Yeah, to the same cup. So it looked really, really bad. And I don't think many would have done this the way that it looked. It looked horrible. But he still did it because he knew what was good for him. He knew that, the information that he got was the truth. So he had to abide to it. And you can see, that it didn't kill him at the end of the day. So
these are the kind of, all this week, it's been all like that for 3 weeks, all the kind of thing that, okay, for example, in my village, they told me like this: only animals eat leaves. That is a common saying where I come from. So I grew up with that mindset that salad and grains, they are not for me. Salad and grains, they are not for me. So I didn't like them, and it doesn't even taste nice to me. So people are talking broccoli on this. I say it's not sweet now. So, they're talking about, what was it called? Spinach. I said, yeah, but why should it not be sweet? Make it to be delicious somehow. So, anything green, especially, but spinach is still okay because people cook it. Broccoli is still okay. But what these people are telling me is that you must eat everything raw. They are telling me now, and I read it, and I did my own research too, that raw eating, there is something they call raw, what do you call it? Raw food. Raw food is the healthiest one. So this is what they were taking me through for 3 weeks. Can you imagine raw food, raw, no cooking? In fact, they are even telling me that cooked food is dangerous to, is damaging, it will be dangerous to your health. I mean, it's not beneficial to you as, what is most beneficial is raw. Raw. As in my own mind, raw things, only animals eat raw things. Like, I mean, dogs eat raw animals. They eat, cannibals and things like that. Those are the kind of thing I'm thinking. And here, they are telling me raw. Can you believe it? For 3 weeks now, I've been eating just raw. Can you believe raw? Raw food? Raw. No cook. No, can you? I don't know if it can get to your mind. And that's the only thing I've been eating for 3 weeks now. Do you think I feel good about it?
How do you feel? Yes.
Do you think I feel good about it? You want to tell me I feel good about it? You want me to tell you the truth? How I feel about it? I feel like I'm punching somebody in the face. But despite the fact that I feel like that, I get to that table and I eat that thing. Because I know that I'm 50 now, and I want to be healthy when I'm older. So even my wife is not eating those only rugula. She's eating, and she's the health freak. But she said, Pastor, you are just extreme. I said, yes, but I read it because that's what is written there, and I read it that it is the most healthy thing. And for me, if you could prove it to me by the truth. She just told me, but what I told you is that don't eat meat and don't eat fish again. They're finished. But now you are eating nothing at all again. No milk, no no potatoes, no nothing human being eat. Just some raw thing. So I said, well, because I said I've read it, I've seen the research, I've seen the result, that these are the things that are the best for me. So that I would do it if I've the truth. I got the truth. So I have to go against my feelings to embrace the truth. So that is the lesson today, that it is not always what feels good that is right, or even what feels bad sometimes. For example, that pepper, I was feeling very bad, but it was the right thing. Right now, the things I am eating in my mouth, they taste horrible. But after, can you imagine one week? One of the toxification program was 1 week, a whole week. I have to drink every day 2 liters, only 2 liters, no eating nothing, only 2 liters of was that juice? I mean, what's lemon,
and oil.
grapefruit, and another thing inside. Yeah. So lemon and grapefruit mixed together. Each one of those is already too bad enough. And I had to drink 2 liters of that for every day and for the whole week. Nothing else. Nothing goes over this mouth again. But it was feeling horrible, but feeling bad doesn't really mean bad. It's the truth that matters. So, but I see that, for example, with this teaching that I'm doing, a lot of people are saying, Pastor, but you are going to lose friends. Yes, that is a feeling that is human, but that doesn't mean it's the truth. The truth is that this is what God wants me to do. And it's not because God spoke to me that he wants me to do it. Because it's the truth. The only basis for decision making must be truth, not gains. There are a lot of people are taught that what feels good or what is good for me is what is right to do. That is a wrong philosophy. That is mysticism. That is subjectivism. That is not the scripture. That is subjectivism. Subjectivism is what says what is good for me is what is right for me. What I feel good about, or what is what feels good is what is right for me. But that is wrong. It's not the only basis for action and for decision making for anybody must be truth. So the fact that I'm teaching these things and I'm getting a lot of hatred and attack and all my friends are disappearing and leaving, that doesn't matter to me, because for me only one thing matters. Am I acting in accordance to the truth? Because God is truth. So even if I'm acting according to the truth and I'm suffering loss as a result, I must still do what is true and still be happy about it and still be, excited about it, because I am abiding by the truth. Okay, right now, one thing I don't like to do, because I go to bed 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock every day. The earliest I go to bed at 2 o'clock in the morning every day. But now, this my nutritionist and my health, professionals, they said I must go and run. I said, I have a gym. They said, no gym, you must run. Because now it's warm here, and oxygen, you get more oxygen outside than inside. That's what they're telling me. So we must go, not just run by the roadside, but we must go and run in the park. Now, when we got there, before then, the doctors have told me I shouldn't run because I have flat foot, and it's bad for me. It's bad for my spine. So, but they say even if you don't run, that is also the truth. So they have to admit that truth. But still, you need the oxygen. So what should I do? We still have to go. Well, at least run, walk fast as if you are running. So, but you still have to go walking or something. So 7 o'clock or 6:30 every day. Now I go running. 6:30 every day or 7 o'clock every day. But I don't just run across the street here. I have to get into the car, drive 5 kilometers from my house, go to the park where there is oxygen, and go and be running there. You think I like that after going to bed at 2, 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning? You think I feel good about it? I feel like punching somebody in the face about it, okay? Okay? I feel horrible about it. But you know what I do? I look at that, my feeling, I look at the facts, I look at the truth, I get myself out of that bed, I get into that car, and I get running, okay? You think I do it once a week? Or twice a week? You have to do it every day. If you say how are you? If you ask me how are you? If you ask me how are you, I'll send you packing, okay? These are feelings. I'm talking about feelings, okay? So a lot of things you feel, they are not the truth. So feelings must not be the basis of your decision. You must not take decision based on feelings. I mean, you must not take decision based on subjectivism as well. That this is profitable to me. This is profit. This is good for me. This is profitable for me. So it's my truth. No. Truth must always be absolute. Truth must always be proven, and truth must always be factual. Truth must be indisputable. So it is when you get to that truth that you now must stick to the truth. Truth, remember this forever. Truth must be the only basis for your decision making. Nothing else should be the basis for your decision making. If you could get to that place in your life whereby truth, you are a servant, you make yourself a servant of the truth. And truth is the only explanation for your decisions. If you could get there, if you could get to that place where only truth informs your decisions, you live the greatest kind of life, my dear. You will offend a lot of people, but you will please God big time. You will suffer a lot of losses on personal level, but you will win at the end of the day like no man's business. I don't know what you would like to say about what you just heard.
I want to. This is a great point. First of all, Pastor, that the truth must to be the reason of all your decisions. From the one side, it's very hard. I think I'm trying to live like this. I don't say I live, I do, because I'm trying. Most of the times I do. Okay, so from the one side it's hard to do this, but from the another side it's easy, and you start to live. You live in only when you
Live by the truth.
Yes, live by the truth. We can we can say even you don't live if you don't base your decisions to the truth. It's not life. It's not life. It's something. It's existing. It's, I don't know what is it, but it's not true. This is and this is freedom, Pastor. This is freedom to live like okay. If this is true, I'm doing this. It's not true, I'm not. And it's not about that you are bad or not feeling what other people want from you. It's not about this. It's about true. And at the end of the days, the true will reward you.
Yes.
True will reward you. True will come to you one day and say, okay, my good servant. Yes, we know what it will say. This is what first I wanted to say. But Pastor, I wanted to ask. It's at the point when you spoke about food. I know that you know about health food for some years, many years.
Long time.
You
yes,
knew.
Yes.
So when we crossing the line, when we are living by truth, so it's not about you knew.
It's not about information.
Yes, it's not about information. It's not about facts. So I know this is the truth.
Yes.
Okay. But I think.
But I have to agree with the truth, because even though I knew about the truth, I was negotiating with the truth personally. I knew about the health factors from my 40s. I began to read about it. Yes, but you know what I was saying? I was saying, okay, there are 7 pillars of health for health. There is eating, not eat. Eating. There is oxygen. There is sport. There is exercise. There is fasting, sometimes. And I was saying, so 7 main pillars.
And
of sleep, good sleep,
yes.
And what?
Sun, I think.
What is sun?
Sunshine.
No. Just it's just that's about water, about oxygen, all the same. So I've mentioned 6 right now. I can't remember the 7. So there are 7 pillars of health, right? Mainly the basic ones. So I just said, okay, I will negotiate. I know how to, I'm not going to be bad and I'm not going to be worse. You know the way we negotiate among ourselves. So I'm going to be okay in the middle. So when it comes to eating, I know what are the things that are dangerous. I just, okay, let me find out what are the most dangerous things. Sugar, oil, or whatever you call fat, and don't eat too much fat, don't eat too much sugar, and don't eat too much meat. No, meat. Don't eat too much meat. So eat, rather, instead of eating too much meat, eat fish, eat chicken, white meat, eat white meat more. So I negotiated that way. So I say, okay, I'm okay, I got the fish. I'm okay, I got the answer.
I'm not the worst one.
Yeah, no. I thought it's good for me because I see everybody else living worse, so I'm not bad. But not only that, but I think I've removed the most dangerous one. Oh, the last thing I didn't say was water. Drink water. That's one number 7. Drink a lot of water. So, and then I started drinking water. So I said, I fulfill 1, 2. No, 1 is 50%. Oh, the other one I drink water. I said, oh, then I moved out of the country, to the country, like here in my house. I said, we have good oxygen here. I don't have problem with oxygen. I leave the door open in the night, the window open in the night. I said, I have oxygen, so I'm okay. I live an active lifestyle, even though I don't do exercise. I stopped doing exercise because I got so busy. But I live an active lifestyle, but it's still not the same, you see. But I negotiate to be in the middle, you know. So because the truth cannot help you until you make yourself the servant of the truth. So it was helping me. In fact, for example, these people, my nutritionists, right? They say, Pastor, tell us what the things we have having. No, why are you feeling bad? Why are you sick? I said, I'm not feeling bad. I'm 50, but I'm feeling like the same as I was feeling at 27. Wow. Right now, I'm feeling the same as I was feeling 27 years ago. Even when I was 50, I put on weight at my 50th birthday. That was my highest. But still, I was still feeling as good as I was feeling 25 years ago when I was 27. So I'm okay in that sense. But my wife told me something I will never forget. She said, eat right. I said, Princess, but I'm okay. Princess, but I'm okay. Princess, but you see, I'm okay. I'm healthy. She said, well, it's not about being healthy now, Pastor. You could be healthy now, but we used to be healthy at 70. She said, if you want to be healthy at 70, you must eat right now. I said, this lady got me this time. She got me this time. I said, yeah, there is truth in that, you know. I think I might be feeling okay now, but this thing she said, I think about it, I say, yes, because the building blocks of our lives, of our physical body is what you eat. So if I'm eating chocolate, then there's nothing the bones to hold on to, and the bones, they will be weak at 70. I say, you mean I have to say no to chocolate? So, but now that I'm 50, I know by statistics that at 50 is a good motivation for me, because I know that at 50, people die 4 times faster. The risk of death it increases 4 times more. And then bad health. But I'm not afraid of death. I want to die, but I don't want to live and be sick. That's what I don't like. Each time I see people who are not dying, but they are struggling, I don't want to be like that. I'm sorry. So I would rather embrace that truth and put myself on diet, okay? Even though I don't feel good about it, but I want to feel good. I know that ultimately I will feel good when I follow the discipline.
So, Pastor, to know the truth, it's not enough.
Yes.
Yes.
You must subject yourself to the truth.
This is what I am making the conclusion of what you're saying. You must to know the truth, the first one.
Okay.
The second one, maybe you must to believe in this truth.
Yes.
Yes. And the third one, you must to be obedient. Be obedient to this truth.
Yes.
And I think this is the formula of how to live in the truth.
By the truth.
Yes. And when we spoke about word of God, there is very slim line, you know. When we speak about we Christians, we speak about word of God, and we say about truth. And you said, okay, in Bible they wrote
bless it and thanksgiving,
just
eat everything. Yeah.
And so there is temptations to not believe now. In this point, there is temptations to not believe okay. So, in what to believe if we not believe in
it's because you want to negotiate, like me negotiated. You are negotiating now, but you know the truth inside your heart.
Yes, you know. You know why I'm speaking like this? Because many people many Christians live like this. Okay, this one is written in Bible. I will do this. In Bible, they write to drink a little bit wine for your health. Yes. I will drink, and yes. How much is a little bit? I don't know for each person. So, we don't think that in those times when Bible was written, when they wrote that just blessed the food and everything will be okay. They didn't have McDonald's. They didn't have. They didn't have.
Emoji. Is it emoji?
MGO.
MGO.
They didn't have MGO, so you can bless MGO and be healthy. Because MGO is not what God created. So when we come to the point about the truth,
GMO, yeah.
So now the first question must be this product that I must to bless, that I want to bless and to eat and be healthy, is it created by God? But because everything that it's not true. So it's not true food. McDonald's, it's not true food. So it's not true. Okay?
It's not truth.
It's not truth. So and all these kinds of foods and Coca-Cola and this.
It's not what God created.
I can't bless Coca-Cola to put 5 liters of Coca-Cola near to my bed and drink morning to night.
And say God will bless it.
And say, okay, God make it water. No, we have because God created water. Because God already created water. So what I'm trying to say that everything that God created is already truth.
So to eat the nature,
yes,
the natural thing,
yes,
that is the truth.
This is true.
Beautiful.
This is true.
Raw is true.
Yes. So talking about
50.
Yes.
You say half time.
All of us, Pastor, we're looking at you.
But he didn't say 50 in the Bible. That's just for me.
By the way, when God says in the Bible, when you go to your promised land, what did He say? You will find honey, which is good. What else?
Milk.
Olives.
Yeah.
You know, things which He created. He didn't say again. You will find hamburger and so on. No, because He don't want bad things happen to us. He gave manna to people Israel people, but these Israel people, they said, "Oh my God, what kind of food?" In the end,
they didn't like it. Yeah,
they didn't like it. They said, "Oh God." They didn't say maybe like this. Who knows how did they describe this? I don't know, because Bible is very book. It's not describing all these things. So I think manna didn't feel like something like meat.
Yes.
It was like some kind of what we don't like today, but it was good for the people, for their health. So God, what is from God, it's only the truth. God given you only the truth, and He always says, I have, like 2 tablets.
Choose between good and evil.
Just choose. And talking about the truth, we might to go to the laws.
The laws.
He created everything by the laws, and if you will, we all know that if you don't know the laws, it's not excuse. You will go to the jail. I didn't knew that to kill is bad. Who cares what did you knew? What did you do? What did you not? Oh, this person can say, okay, I felt like kill. This day I woke up and I felt like kill someone. What could I do with myself? So if we will live like what I feel now, and not today I feel like kill someone. Excuse me. It's not the way to live. So we can go very far if we will live like by feelings. Today,
if you have not yet shared this message, please go ahead and share it. This is a very practical, very, very good message for us. So if you have not yet shared it, look under your video. You will see the share button. Please go and press the share button and let's share the message. You want to add to that, Julie?
Yeah, I think Tatiana has said a lot of what I was thinking already, but I'm just thinking, having grown up in the West most of my life, I have heard most of the time when people give advice to people to do what makes you happy, do what makes you feel good. You know, this is like the order of the day. So this is how you grow up in the West. So it is, for me, it's a revolutionary message, because it changes your mind to the fact that what you've actually been doing all the time is living by instant gratification. Yeah, you just live by, you know, that's why people don't stop searching for things that make them instantly happy. Yeah, and they become addicted to different things and go here.
But the problem with feelings and feeling good is that lust is insatiable.
Yeah.
It's impossible to satisfy the quest for feelings.
Yeah.
Because the feeling you get is only for the moment. It's only now. And it has the tendency of disappearing. So then you have to look for the next one. Then for another one. Then for another one. Then for another one. So that's why people get addicted.
Yeah. Even in relationships. And the funny thing is, the way people explain this to be correct is that they say this is how you gain experience. So you just try and you try and try. You know, this didn't work out, so you go to the next. And this
but
didn't
it's
work
only
out.
Fools who learn from their own experience.
Yeah.
You know, wise people, they learn from the experiences of people who have lived before them.
Exactly. Yeah. But the
Because some of the experiences, you will not survive it.
Yeah.
You will go to heavenly kingdom. And then it will be too late to learn from it.
Yeah. But you know, I recognize that people who live like that are people who don't have purpose, you know, because
No, they just don't know truth.
Yeah, and they don't have anything that they aspire to, because they think all they have to do is to live by the moment, because you don't know what is going to happen tomorrow. So do everything that you can today, consume everything that you can today, you know, I don't know, live to the maximum of all your feelings, because who knows, tomorrow you will die.
Just
So
be happy.
Exactly.
That
Just
is
be happy.
mysticism.
Yeah. So
And subjectivism. But they don't give you anchor in life.
Yeah. So people.
But let me tell you that has crept into the church. If you know now, you will discover that a lot of divorces are happening in the church. And even with pastors. A lot of pastors are divorcing. A lot of pastors are having marriage problems. A lot of pastors, you know, they are choosing, you know, it is normal. I mean, let me tell you what somebody told me. Someone told me that, Pastor Sunday, I don't plan to live with one wife the rest of my life. I said, what happened? Because the women, they get, you know, obsolete. You know, they get, because when I was in my 20s, that's what people say now. When I'm in my 20s, between 20s and 40, that one woman is enough. But when she's 40 or she's 30 something, she's like the old car, you know. So you need a fresh one. So when you are 40, you must go and get somebody in the 20s so that you remain the same with the, you know, yeah. So, but then when you are in 50 or 60, she also gets to be 40 and she's also, you know, like the old car. So you need to get back to 20s also and get a third one. At least you need 3 to make it. But I said that is not the truth, because that is going according to feelings. So if all of us are going to be going according to our feelings like that, then there will be no stability in life. So feelings will lead you to places you don't want to go. Feelings will lead you to the ditch. Feelings will, okay, like me, let me just have an open discussion with you now. So these my friends that and pastors that are getting divorced, they say, oh, some of them say, I fell in love with somebody else. You know, and there's nothing I can do. I fell in love. You have your wife, but you say, I fell in love. But let me tell you the truth now. The truth is this. It's going to be, and for Christians, because we live in denial. You know what Christians think? Christians think that, let's say, you are a man, you marry her now, or you are a single girl, let's say you are single. Sometimes you think, because I'm single, marriage will solve all my problems, all my feeling problems, all my sexual feeling problems. Once I marry, I will meet all my needs there. So you as a single lady, you might be thinking, once I marry, finish. I will not, there will be no, I will only love this person for the rest of my life. And Christianity preaches that and makes people to believe that. And especially for men, they tell the men also, okay, just marry. Once you marry, you just love that woman for the rest of your life. But the truth is, and this is why people get into catastrophe, they get into crisis in marriage. The truth is that, I used to believe that too. So when later on you discover that you have been married 5 or 10 years, and all of a sudden, one day, you saw somebody you like, that is the fact, and that is the truth of life. That the fact that you are married doesn't mean that you will never ever come across other people that you like throughout your married life. Even though you're already married, that doesn't immune you from seeing somebody that you still like. And that truth we must tell people. So when my friends tell me that I fell in love, I say, you want me to tell you the truth? If I count in my fingers how many times I've seen people that I've liked that I could have fallen in love with, I would have been doing that every year. This is Pastor Sunday, right? Yeah, confessing. Because I see people I like all the time. But that is not the truth. So my feeling is that, oh, I like this one. I see somebody I like. I see somebody who excites me, who I like every time. But the truth is, I must tell myself the truth that I am married. I am married to one person. And I'm married to this person. And the truth is that this person is my wife. And because I am married to my wife, and that is the truth, finish. Nothing could happen. So I make myself to be subjected to the truth. So if you're a pastor, let me just tell you another truth right here. If you're a pastor, either you like it or you don't like it, or you are holy or you are not holy, or it doesn't matter. Either you like it or you don't like it, you will be finding people fall in love with you. In fact, as a matter of fact, statistically, between 5 to 25% of your church members who are women are in love with you. So just know that for sure. Just deal with that. You just have to know that, because you are talking. And if you are talking to the ears of women, and women fall in love by what they hear. So there is no way that the women will not fall with you. It doesn't matter your holiness or no holiness. So, but what will preserve you? How do you get preserved? How do you get protected in such a case? Truth. But if you just say, it will never happen, I am a Christian, I'm a man of God, I'm a born again, I'm whatever, then backs, boom, like something hit you in the head, then you say, oh, I have to divorce. Why? I'm in love. Because you are supposed to have considered that feelings will come, but the same way that feeling comes, that's the same way it will go. Because when you have principles, when you have truth, you know that the truth is that I don't divorce. I don't know how Christians, well, there are different situations in life, especially pastors. I don't understand why a pastor will divorce. I don't understand up to today. It could happen, and thank God that, just thank God it didn't happen to me. But in my own case, I don't see anything my wife could do to make me divorce her. What about if she divorces me? I don't know. Maybe it could happen, but I'm going to do everything to get her back, because I don't see how I could tell somebody that I love her and that she's going to be my wife, and she's my wife, and then do I go and reverse that? Do I go and withdraw that word and commitment? I don't see it happening. But that is because for me, that is the truth. The truth is that I am in love with her. We are married. She's my wife. I'm going to love her for the rest of my life. I'm going to be dedicated to her for the rest of my life. It doesn't matter if she falls in love with another person, or she sins with another person, or she commits sin of sex, or I commit sin, or she commits sin. It doesn't matter what happens. The truth will always remain the same. I love you. I gave you my word one day, one time, and I said I will live for you. I will be there for you, good or bad. I said that I will be there, good or bad, and it was not specified how good or how bad. Or if it gets to this bad, then you are free to go. No, good or bad anyhow, I am going to be there for her. Why? Because that is the truth. We vow to be there for ourselves. That is the truth. So that truth supersedes any feeling. So anytime I have any weakness or any feeling towards another person, somebody was asking me the other time when we were talking about the situation with Apostle Suleiman. And I said, you guys who are defending this guy, you are just being brainwashed. They said, why? Pastor, why should you think like, do you think he could do it? I said, yeah, he could do it. I'm not sure he did it, but he could do it. Anybody could do it. Anybody could sin. Even then they asked me, they were writing me and say, Pastor, do you mean you could do it? I said, oh yeah, I could do it. Anybody could do anything. Don't even, forget about that. We are all human. But it is when you get to a place, when you begin to think that because he's a man of God. What is man of God? What is man of God? Just a man. He's man before God. Okay? So, anybody could do anything. Why should you? I saw people coming to defend this guy, with their lives. Why should you do that? We are humans. You just have to look at situation and say, okay, thank God he's not lying down. He's not continuing that life. He's standing up. He's going. Kudos to him. The righteous shall fall to 7 times and rise again. Thank God. The guy keeps on pursuing God. But when we put people in the pedestal and we say, this will never happen. This will never happen to man. These are men of God. They are holy. They are in the 7th heaven, 10th heaven. They will never say. So they were saying, but you are a pastor. Can that happen? I said, oh, yeah. Why should you not know that could happen? But no matter what happens to you, the truth must always be your only decision. Your only basis for decision. Let's say, for example, I'm a pastor and I fall in love with a lady. If I am a servant of truth, if I'm committed to truth, I should say, what is the truth in the relation with my wife, to my wife? The truth is that she is my wife. It doesn't matter how many women fall in love with me. It doesn't matter how many women I fall in love with. The truth is that I must speak the truth to myself, get myself to come to my common sense that no, this is wrong. And the truth is that is adultery. That is sin. I'm married to one person. I'm joined to one person. That is sin. That is adultery. That is fornication. I cannot do it. It is wrong to do it. I cannot, even though I feel like doing it or I'm tempted to do it, but I cannot because the word of God is the truth. And the truth is that I'm married. So if the truth is the only basis for you taking decision, that is what we should get into our mind. That the only basis for your decision making is truth. Once you have settled that, it is not that, oh, I fell in love. What does that mean, you fell in love? That doesn't mean anything. That's not the truth. Yes, is it? But you said, but Pastor, why are you saying it's not the truth? It's the truth. I am myself. I know myself. I know how I feel in love. Yes, that is the temporary truth. That is the temporary feeling you are having right now. But feeling don't determine truth. You get what I'm saying? So somebody is saying, but I know I'm feeling in love with her. I don't love this one anymore. That is the truth. But she is telling me that is the truth because that's what is feeling. Now, you are feeling it. But even if you are feeling it, she said it's not just now because I know, how I feel, it will last. It is okay. Even if it's going to last, let's say the feeling is even going to last like this forever. But that doesn't make it truth. Because feeling don't decide truth. I don't know if you could get that again. Even if you are going to be feeling that you are in love with her every minute like you've never been in love before, that is still not the truth. Feeling is not our basis for determining truth. Feeling is not our basis for taking decisions. The truth must be based on the word of God or on research or on undeniable facts. So that are eternal, that are absolute. Once you know that the truth is that you are married. And besides that, the word of God, it is adultery. It is fornication. It is not wrong. That is just the truth. Either you feel nice about it or you don't feel nice about it. You have to know that you are supposed to subject yourself and you are supposed to submit yourself and make yourself a servant of truth. So it doesn't matter how many times you fall. You must get yourself out of that place and subject yourself to the truth. I don't know if you are getting it. So that is why I am thinking that I don't understand how a man of God could divorce. I'm not blaming anybody. I'm not pointing accusing fingers. But I'm saying if the basic principles are there, which is the truth is supreme and paramount. To me, the truth is the absolute thing. The only absolute is the truth. It's not that somebody, okay, what will I now do? The person loves me. You are going to find those people who will love you many more times. So you divorcing every year and be marrying again every year? Because after that next divorce, you will find somebody else who you will fall in love with, or will fall in love with you too. You'll be changing wives every year? That's not the truth. You cannot sustain something that's not the truth, but the truth will sustain itself. So the point we are making today is that feelings should not be a basis for decision making. Feelings must not be our foundation for decision making. For example, you say, I have struggled. I learned that example, okay? And I struggled with this a lot. And I will tell you, we were still talking yesterday with Galina about this. And I think Tatiana will confirm this. Because I'm a pastor of white people, they were commending you people. They were commending Mayowa and Julie that you are different a little bit from these white Ukrainians. Because these are my children, right? Especially women, the girls. But like Tatiana now, she's not like that. She's okay. But most women, let's say she's working for me. She's one of my staff members. And hello, we see in the morning. Hello, Tatiana. High five. Okay. Oh, pastor is good. Pastor is the best. Pastor is okay. Then she doesn't do the work I told her to do, or she didn't do it well. And I begin to tell her, and I can be tough. I can be tough. So I begin to, what's wrong with you? You have time for your cosmetics and for your hairdressing, and you forgot the one you are supposed to do. You are irresponsible. Get out of here and do what you need to go and do. I could talk like that. Then 2 hours later, where is this guy? I can't see. She will disappear. Then, after 2 hours, when I see her, she's crying somewhere. What's wrong? And I'm forgotten even that I told her anything. You remember in the morning I was the best. Nobody was like me. I was the best pastor in the world. But now, she's saying, Pastor, no, I don't know. I think you don't love me. What happened? How come love here? Who is even talking love here in the first place? How come love? What's wrong? You don't love me. What happened? You have to remind me what happened. So what I'm saying is that women, especially this, I don't know, African women too maybe, but European women that I know, I don't know, I've not worked with African women, and but I know I'm not worked with Western people too much, but the people I know here, they kind of determine love by feeling. So if I say something, as I'm giving compliments, I am saying, you look nice, you look great, that's a good something, everybody thinks I'm good. So they are allowing the feelings, what they are feeling, to determine truth. Then when I come and I correct them and they are feeling bad, that was good 2 hours ago, I'm already bad. So, and I say, so what happened? But I'm still the one you saw this morning. That was good. So what has happened? I've become bad already. Because she is feeling bad. Because of that, it means I'm not as good anyway, after all. I've even had that happen with a few people on the platform here. When I'm talking the nice things that they want, Pastor Sunday is the best. But when I say things that offend them, it's not so good after all. So, but feelings shouldn't be informing our decisions. And feelings shouldn't be informing our worldview. So I normally tell these ladies, I said, look at it. Okay, when you feel bad, sit down and do analysis. Do comparative analysis. How has this person treated me before now? What does that tell me about him? What are the facts? Now, why did he hurt my feelings this time? Why did he rebuke me? Was there a reason for it? Or there was no reason for it? Is it because, what are the proofs that he hates me? Okay, maybe you got some proofs. But what are the other points? But at this time, they'll tell me, oh, when I'm feeling bad, I don't remember the good ones anymore. You know, that's what people say. When they are feeling bad, they don't remember all the good things you did. All that is disappeared. And this not just between pastor and a member or a worker. I heard that this happens in marriages also. That a woman, when the husband is good, right? Then he does something wrong one time. They said, you don't love me. How come I don't love you? But I'm married to you. How come I don't love you? What do you mean? Because they forget all the good ones just because of the bad experience. But what am I saying? Even though the bad experience happened and it's giving you bad feelings, but feelings shouldn't be the basis for actions. We don't build our lives on how we feel, on how things feel. I don't know if I'm getting the point across. Okay, for example, one time I did a teaching, and because of this teaching on women and women, I don't know if you people remember, my series on men and women, a lot of men just got cross at me. They got annoyed. But at a point, some women also got mad at me. You know when? When I said, I told all the men, when I was talking about the men, the women were rejoicing. So one time I was speaking about the women, about the men, and I said, tell me a situation. Because somebody told me, my husband is a dog. I said, what happened? Oh, because he got girlfriend somewhere. He's a good business guy, but he's a dog. I said, first of all, it's insulting for you to say he's a dog. What did you do? Oh, because he's having a girlfriend, he's doing this. He's an unbeliever, but a business guy, but he's taking care of the children. So I said, if he's a dog, divorce him now. Why don't you leave? He said, oh, I cannot leave because he's taking care of the children, he's paying the school fees, and the school fees, and his children are in private schools. And he's giving me everything I needed. He supplied everything. He says he loves me, but I know he has mistresses. But he said he loves me. I hate him. And he's a dog. He's not a human being. He's not good. He's horrible. But I say it's not fair. If he's as bad as you say, then don't exploit him. Don't take everything he's giving you. Reject and say, that is not consistent with the truth. If he's dog, let him be dog. Finish. Take your children and go and pay for their school fees. But you are living in the same house with him. You are taking all the things he's giving you, and you are saying he's a dog. I said, so I asked a question. I just used this example as a question, and I asked a question. I said, as much as I am against infidelity with men, what he's doing is wrong. He is committing adultery, and he is wrong. He must be put in place. And you should not live with him if he's committing adultery like that. At least not sleep with him. But, that's the lady. I'm telling the lady like that. But I said, you ladies, I just asked the question on the platform. I told the story, and I said, tell me, ladies, is he really a dog? Because I said he deserves to be respected for at least what he's doing. He's good. You yourself say he's good. He's a good man. But he's a dog. So I said, ladies, answer the question. Is he a dog, or he could be giving credit for what he's doing right? You know what most women answered? They said he's a dog. I said, finish. I give up. So most women had consensus among themselves and said, yes, he's really a dog. Why should he even do it? I said, okay, he has done it, has happened. But why should you give him credit for what he has done? So I discovered that for women, it is impossible to argue that case. I said I lost that argument. Okay. But I think, but if this man is an unbeliever, you said he's doing, because I know other men who are believers, who are even pastors, and they are not paying school fees. but they are not sleeping with any. They don't have mistress or something. But some of them beat their wives. Okay, he's not having mistress, but he's beating you. He's not caring for you. Why do you limit all of family life to sex? That he has sex with somebody. Why should that be the only determinant that determines if it's good, if it's a dog, or if it's a good or it's not good? So every other thing he's doing, it doesn't even count again. I said that one is not my argument. It's the argument for the woman logic. But again, I'm still saying, why don't you get the facts of the truth? Because I know people in my own church who behave like that. They married, they kicked the man out. One of them kicked the man out. Then the man got mad and said, I'm not paying for anything. Now she's living in the street. Not in the street, like she's living in shelter. But you are the one who kicked him out. Because you thought, okay, I kicked him out. But he has to take care of his children now. We were supposed to have thought before you did that. If you kick him out, count its cost. I know it is a complicated something. But what I'm trying to say is that feelings, women too have to teach themselves so that feelings are not the basis for your truth. Yes, what the guy did is wrong. It's also not truth. It's a sin. But he has to be helped, or he has to be taught, spoken to. He has to be, but don't just use that to say he's no human being, he's a dog. I don't know whether you are following what I'm saying. Feelings shouldn't be the basis for the man to leave his wife or to commit adultery. Feelings shouldn't be the basis for that. Either you fall in love, you don't fall in love, you love someone. That is not, there's no justification, right? But also, women to say you don't love me. Why is it I don't love you? Oh, well, you didn't do what I wanted. Are you sure that is enough a reason to say you don't love me? I don't know what you will say. Tatiana, we have to say something about this.
Okay, so Pastor, about I love you or I don't love you. There is
if I'm your boss, if I'm your pastor, if I'm your boss, or what? Or if I'm your wife or your husband.
No, we start with husband and wife.
Okay, husband and wife, okay.
And there is one Russian joke. Women is not hearing like few days that I love you from her husband. She want to hear I love you. He didn't.
He wants to hear every day.
Yes, she wants to hear every day. And for you, men, for you to know, we do. We want. But,
I know.
Yes, and but there is a joke. And he didn't say I love you many days, maybe a week or 2 weeks. And she said, okay, so you don't love you anymore.
You don't love me anymore.
You don't love me anymore. But he say, huh? Why? How I don't love you? When we was married, I said I love you. So this is enough, and this kind of attitude and mindset, it's very completely different from the men's and women's. But when we're talking about truth,
yes,
truth, it's once and
forever. Yeah.
So
if
until he will not say you I don't love you anymore, you can hold on the truth, the first word. True is not need to emotions and confirmations every day. True is true and once and forever. And true is not change. Something it's not will change every day.
Yes.
For example, when you were saying about your decision to marry your wife, and many times that you could do something else to change your opinion every year. So it's not right. Only because true, it's not change. True, you can
Doesn't change.
It's not a change. I remember, Pastor, before when you spoke about true to us, to Russian
church.
speakers, you said, okay, 2 plus 2 is 4. Okay, 2 plus 2 is 4. 4. 4. It's not 5. It's not 6. It's not 7. Today it's not 8. Maybe tomorrow it will be 10. No. No. 2 plus 2 is 4. Finish. Finito. As I say, finish and finish. 2 plus 2 is 4. What is 4? It's 4 times as per 1. What is 4? It's 2 and 2. It's 4. It's not change. Mathematics, they're great science, so they're trying to look something that 2 plus 2 is something else, but no. Don't be so, true is simple.
Truth
is simple. And true never change. But feelings, they change every day. And they are very
very complex.
Complicated. Because today I like this guy because his eyes are so blue and his eyebrows. But tomorrow he will not look at me, and so I don't know why. And it's not true. True is very how to say constant, and it's like monolith. Fundamental. It's something that said once and forever. It's not changing. So I think it's some kind of answers for us for marriage, for people who has relationships. Okay, what is true? You decided. I never liked when you, Pastor, said about love that is a decision. I was inside of me. I said, no, love is. I know when I love. I know, but where is my loves? All these loves, where are they?
Feelings.
They disappeared. I don't love it. I don't love them anymore. So,
the feelings have gone.
So they gone. All these loves, they gone with the feelings. So when you say I fall in love, so when next time you will say I fall in love, so ask yourself, what is love then? Because love is not a feeling. No, it's not something that changed. Love, what written in the Bible in Corinthians 13 about love. Love this, that. It's not something that change. So I think.
So to change a wife is not truth.
To change
a wife or change a husband is not according to the truth.
No.
Because love doesn't change. Truth doesn't change.
Truth doesn't change. You said, you two of you said, okay, this is our marriage. This is it. This is our marriage. How to say? You can fool yourself when you see someone, or when you fool yourself that, okay, I don't love this person anymore. It's but true, this one quality of true. True is not true. It's not your mother who will hold you like this. Oh, my son, I want you to feel all the time is good. So true is, it's very, it's like mentor. If we will compare with relationships with people, with people, true is like our mentor. I know what is good for you. I know what is good to do. So you will.
Truth is not a mother; it's a mentor.
Yes, true is not a mother. This is a mentor. So I know what is good for you. So I want you to eat this. I want you to spend time with those people. I want you to read this kind of books. I want you to do this. And in the end
No
of the-
compromise.
No, at all.
Truth doesn't compromise.
Yes, and it's never changed. It's never changed.
Okay. What will you have to say?
Yeah, I was also thinking about the compromising thing because personally, first of all, I think the relationship issue between men and women is it could be ideal if everything was based on truth and if we didn't have the characteristics of men and women, you know, and the fact that women are directed most of the times by their feelings. But I think truth brings a balance. Truth brings, I could say, health into any type of relationship because whatever happens, if you have truth, it always gives you security. It is something like an anchor that you can always go back to. So whenever happens, you always go back to the truth to remind yourself, okay, this is what happened, and this enables you to make the comparative analysis, as you have said. So whatever happens in any type of relationship, be it with your pastor, be it with your sister, with your parents, whatever it is, to me, what helps me is really to go back to what is the truth and on what basis did I actually make this relationship happen. Because if it's not on the truth, it is going to collapse in any way. Because if you remember yourself that, you know, you came to follow this person, for instance, your pastor, just because you were looking for something, you were looking for him to always approve you, or you were looking for him to always meet your needs, exactly, to heal you or whatever, and one day he prays for you and he doesn't heal you, so what happens? Your whole world will collapse. So if you don't have truth, for me, it really helps me to go back to realize on what basis do I actually build my relationships? Is it based on truth? Why do I come to follow this person? Why do I listen to this person? Why do I learn from them? Why do I ask for help? Is it because I am seeking truth? Is it because that relationship is based on truth? Or do I have other ulterior motives? So I think this is it should really help us to be honest with ourselves, because life is predictable. You know, whatever happens does not happen because things just happen out of surprise, or, you know, from one day to the other, things change. You have to go back to the root, to the basis of why do you do what you do. Is this based on truth?
Is it based on truth?
Exactly, or not? So
truth is the only measurement.
Yeah.
Truth is the only, basis for trial, for test of a standard. Thank you, girls. Thank you so much. Now I have to finish my message. So now let me confirm this in the scriptures, because people like Bible. So let's open the Bible to the book of Matthew. Matthew chapter 4, verses 1 to 4. You know, that is the situation where this kind of doctrine is being put to test. Jesus was led up by the Spirit into the wilderness to be tempted by the devil. And when he had fasted 40 days and 40 nights, afterward he was hungry. And hungry is feeling. Satan knows that. That when very few feelings are stronger than the feeling of hunger. Especially when you have not eaten for 40 days and night. Emotions and feelings take control of you. And you know the program is finished, the fasting program is finished. So you are now free to eat. So it is the best time Satan chose to tempt Jesus, because he wanted to test his dedication to the truth. Will he still remain focused and dedicated to the truth when he's been overwhelmed by feelings? So it's always a constant fight that we will always also have to be engaged in throughout our whole lifetime. So the Son of God couldn't exchange this battle. The battle between the truth and our feelings. Our feelings will always desire against what the truth wants. And, so we will always need to take constant decisions and to say no to feelings and embrace truth. So here he says, After having not eaten for 40 days and 40 nights, Jesus naturally was hungry. What is hunger? It's feelings. Hunger is the feelings, an overwhelming feeling of a desperate feeling that is more than you sometimes when you are hungry. Now, when the tempter came to him, he said, if you are the Son of God, command that these stones become bread. Because that is, it didn't say command the stone to become money. It didn't say command the stones to become clothes. It didn't say command the stone to become a house. Because he really wanted to to do something that will make the feeling be satisfied right now. So he knew that he was hungry, and that's why he was tempting him about bread. Command it to become bread. But he answered and said, it is written. She said, he went back to the truth. He used the truth to be his anchor. He is so solid and so established in the truth that when there were overwhelming, feelings of compromise and desperation, he could still hold on to that truth and say, no, truth is supreme. So that is what I'm saying. Our allegiance should be with the truth rather than our emotions. So in this case, that means that Jesus was not going to eat. I would rather go another day not eating than compromise the truth. So he said, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds from the mouth of God. So he reverted back to the truth. He reverted back to the truth. And that's what this lesson is teaching us. Truth should be our only basis for decision. The basis for decision for Jesus was the truth. And that means he was going to suffer. So suffering should not be the basis for our decision. A lot of people use suffering as the basis of their decision. Oh, people are suffering now. Okay, people are suffering. You can understand. People are suffering. It's tough. It's difficult in town. It's difficult now in the country. I mean, things are tough. So, we can understand. People will understand. So suffering should not be the basis for our decision-making process. Pain is not enough a reason for our decision-making process. Decisions must always be based. Actions must always be based on one thing only, on the truth. So Jesus was in pain here, the pain of hunger, but he didn't allow himself to take decisions based on his pain. Even when he was in the Garden of Gethsemane, he was in pain. In fact, he was sweating and the sweat was coming out like blood. But that pain, he knew better that pain is not enough reason, the feeling of pain is not enough reason or basis to take decisions. Decisions must always be taken based on the truth. Truth is the only legitimate reason and basis for decision making. So even though he was even asking his disciples, please help me pray. I mean, he was feeling so bad to that extent. But he still said, not my will, but thy will. Truth. If the truth is the will of God, it should suffer that, it should go endure that pain. He must still endure it because that is the pain. He might not even see the reason why. It might not even make sense to him. But as long as that is the will of the Father, what the Father wants, he has to still submit himself to the truth. That is the truth at that moment. He still must submit himself to that truth rather than to do what he feels better doing at this point. When he was on the cross, he was saying, Father, Father, why have you forsaken me? He didn't change his mind. Even though he says that God has forsaken him, but he still stood by the truth. The truth is that I must pass through this to the end. This is what God wants. I will be there to the end. Today when we were in court, I was in court today, and Anastasia McDonald, Queen Anastasia, was asking me, what do you feel about going to court for 8 years now and no solution? I said, I feel bad, but I must abide by the truth. If God is not, allowing it to end, it means God is going to turn it for good. I have to stand the position of truth. So what I'm feeling, pain, suffering, sorrow, death, or people have betrayed me, If people have betrayed me, people have let me down, and I feel betrayed, that doesn't mean that I should now stop allowing people to come closer to me, or I should now stop loving people. Yes, I feel bad. I feel like I shouldn't do that anymore. But the truth is that the only thing you should own anybody is love. So I cannot negotiate that. The only commandment is love. So I cannot negotiate that as well. So the truth is that even though I'm being betrayed each time I allow people to come to me, close to me, but I must still make the right decision based on the truth, rather than, are there enemies? Do I have enemies? Yes. But I must still not say you should die, my enemies should die, even though I feel like saying they should die, because I don't want the enemies to be there. But the truth says, love your enemies. Since even though I'm feeling like I should say, God, remove them, let them die, but it's not the truth. The truth is that I must, even though I'm feeling like I say, God, remove them, I must still go back and say, no, revert back to the truth and say, no, I want to love them. I will love them. I will have to love them. For example, people want to leave my church and go to another church as a pastor. I might feel the pain that, oh, I've loved this person. I have, cared for this person. I've invested in it. Why is it just living like that? But some people will not leave. They will not allow you to live because of that, or they will curse you because of that. But the truth, if you want to live by the truth is that that person is a free will person. He has his free will. God gave that person his own free will. The truth is that I must honor the free will of that person. Even God abides by the truth in that sense. Even God has to honor the free will of another person, of a human being. Even if a human being says, I will not accept you as the Lord and Savior, I don't even recognize you as God. Then even God himself has to say, he might feel bad about it, my creation is rejecting me, but it still has to abide by the truth, which means I've given you free will, it's your choice. So the only basis for decision making, the only basis for action must be truth. So in this case with Jesus, he was feeling bad. He was hungry. But hunger is not enough explanation or excuse for doing the wrong thing. Because that hunger is not what should be dictating your decision. Your decision should be dictated by the truth. So the fact that the economy is bad is not a basis for you to become a fraudster or a 419 or MMM person. And it's not a basis for you also to exploit your members and build a system whereby everybody bring tithe to you and you don't give back to them. You go against the word of God. So no reason suffices for you to take decision apart from truth. Truth is the only explanation and the only argument for any decision making. Let me read one more scripture before I finish today. Genesis chapter 4. Genesis chapter 4 verse 4 to 8. Abel also brought of the firstborn of his flock, Abel, that is the brother of Cain, and of their fat. And the Lord respected Abel and his offering, but he did not respect Cain and his offering. And Cain was very angry. Anger is emotion. Cain was very angry. Anger is emotion. It's an expression of emotion. And his countenance fell. You say, being angry is one thing, but to allow your countenance to fall, you have submitted to that anger. You have not come under the submission of the truth. That, no, this is my brother. It's God's decision. Why should I be angry at God? But he allowed his countenance to fall. Emotion came, knocked at the door, and he opened the door to emotions. And what is the consequence of that? So the Lord said to Cain, why are you angry? And why, being angry is no problem, but then God said, Why has your countenance fallen? Why did you allow this anger to overwhelm you? If you do well, will you not be accepted? And if you do not do well, you know God is about the truth. Your anger will not sway God. It's not going to change God's opinion. No. Some people want to fast and pray to change God's opinion. No, God is not moved by emotions. So He's moved by the truth. Some people are saying, okay, I'm angry. So if I'm angry, God will. No, God is not going to be swayed by your anger. It's God's going to be, abide by the truth. So God is saying, why do you allow your countenance to fall? If you do well, that is the principle. That's the truth there. If you do well, you will be accepted. But you didn't do well, you are not accepted. This is just the truth right there. God keeps to the truth rather than to capriciousness of this man. And if you do not do well, sin lies at your door, you see. And its desire is to take you. But you can rule over it, you see. Every one of us can rule over our emotions. You can rule over it through complying to the truth. You can rule over it. All of us can rule over emotions. It comes to knock, it comes to rule over us, but God said you can rule over it. It has desire for you. It has come to manipulate your desire, but you can rule over it by abiding by the truth. Because if you do well, if I had done well, there would be no rejection. There wouldn't have been this situation. But since I didn't do well, that's the truth, that I was, not accepted. This is the truth. So I accept the truth. But if you are going to get into self-pity and anger, then you don't want to accept truth. And truth will expose you. Because there is nothing we can do against the truth, only for the truth. Truth will either come and support you and uphold you, or truth will floor you and expose you. But Cain, unfortunately, didn't listen. Now, Cain talked with Abel, his brother, and it came to pass when they were in the field that Cain rose up against Abel, his brother, and killed him. God warned him, but that feeling didn't stop. Because feelings like lust are insatiable. They keep on driving you, and they could drive you crazy. They will just drive you and kill you and make you to do horrible stuff that you never intended to do in the first place. Well, that's it today. But before I leave, I want to hear your feelings. Queen Elizabeth always tells me that we should let people hear. Anastasia say we should let people say something. Let people say something. Let people tell us what they are thinking, what they are going through. So I want to hear what people are thinking about this teaching. What are you thinking? Can you write your feelings, your decisions, your conclusions? Yes, please, if you have that. Write your feelings to me. What do you think about this? About this teaching? What are your feelings? Could you write some opinion? What's your opinion about this class today? Okay. Reverend Rosalind says the greatest truth is honesty. The greatest enemy of truth is dishonesty. Lara Shomoye said, you can rule over your emotions. Romanos Uka says, the truth is that I must love everybody, love everyone, no matter what. Yetunde says, God is not moved by emotions, he's only moved by the truth. Yes. Jide says, this is his word. Some people fast and pray to change God's opinion. Rosalind says, truth is so hot, only few has the capacity to handle it. Yetunde says, you are so different, DSA, and sometimes I see you as an angel, not a human being. Oh, we had some people talking about that today. King Evans McDonald was asking me that. He was saying, I feel like touching you with a pin. I'm pinning you, I'm finding out, is he a human being really? And you are just saying the same thing. Edwin says, DSA, you are a man who speaks the truth, even when it hurts you. This quality is very rare. Reverend Rosalind says, DSA, the truth is incontrovertible. Malice, hate, and arrogance may attack, and deride it, but in the end, the truth remains victorious. The truth is that truth is unstoppable. Yep. Yesterday said, oh, DSA, you are so sold out to Christ. You are the greatest mentor of all times. Thank you. Lara says, use the truth to be your anchor. Truth is supreme. Yep. Gladys says, you feel, taste, and see the love, but not just for saying, because we women love to hear it. I love you, but I lie. But Edwin say, wow, thank you, DSA, for this deep insight on truth. Mabel Israel Adeni, truth doesn't compromise. Yep. Brenda Williams, many have built their marriages on lies. Yep. Yinka Michael Okekunle says, please, family, if you know anyone who has been starved of truth, kindly do everything to drag them to this platform. They can have it raw and direct here. I don't know any other place on earth where I can get what I'm getting here on this platform. No cost for that matter, free of charge. Thank you very much, sir, my mentor. You are simply the best. I am working daily on myself with every truth I have received from you, sir. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Yetunde said, this message is really liberating me. I'm loving all this revelation. Yep. Know that it's not that it's selfishness if someone scolds you for being wrong and because of the heat of the moment you forget about his good deeds. Yeah. Ojokwelumi says, suspending the feelings could be difficult. That's where the pain is. Jide Craig says, this teaching is extremely liberating. It also sheds light on areas that need to be immediately addressed in my life. It has also clearly explained some things that I have not been able to articulate. Thank you, DSA. Rochelle White says, eye-opening teaching, especially being a woman, to walk in truth and not letting emotions and feelings dictate the truth, because that is not truth. Let truth be as a plumb line. Yep. Alexander Bondaruk, thank you for the truth about the truth. Well said. Yesterday, Awolesi said, emotions will not destroy my relationship with God. I have lived my whole life on emotions, but today, I'm taking a U-turn to live above my emotions. The truth will always be my watchword. So many things done wrong, eating habits, etc. 360 degrees turnaround, not even a U-turn. Thank you so much, sir. Nkiru, what an exposure on truth today. All shades, from food to relationships, great practical examples. Becky Suyu, I'm really learning a lot from this platform, and I try to apply everything that I hear daily in my life. Thanks, Pastor. Ojokwelome, the first time I knew love was not based on feeling was when I had to help someone that really hurt me, and I was angry at them. I just add to help to salvage our health. Ola Aboderin says, this teaching is awesome, Pastor. Thanks a lot. I am learning more on how to control my emotions. So help me, God. Ganiyu Daniel said, what I feel is right is not always the truth. Yeah, not just you, all of us. Vedwin says, Pastor, your love for the truth is uncommon. This message sets free. Thank you, sir. Emmanuel Uzo said, wonderful. Christians is living by the truth. Reverend Roslyn, God taught me to number my days in truth. Morality is the basis of things, while truth is the substance of all morality. Yep, thank you. Isaiah Taylor, loving all of this revelation, it is so liberating. You never know how bound you are until you experience freedom. So well said. So well said. Adeola Disu, truth must be the basis for all my decisions, regardless of how I may feel. Reverend Roslyn, the truth is pure, black and white. DSA, you are special. God is with you. Thank you. Truth lives forever, unbreakable, regardless of whatever you do to it, the truth will bounce back. Okay, guys, I think that's all for now. And it's been nice being with you people, and I hope you've been blessed and you've received the word. Okay, I think a few people just came in. Romanos Uka said, my children came back for holidays and saw me listening to DSA live and downloading his teaching on YouTube every now and then, and wonder, who is this DSA? I always tell them that I should have known this man for long, so I'm trying to catch up with the lost years. DSA, you are just too much. Oh, thank you, Romano Suka. Omonike says, I pray that may the Lord help me to always live by the truth, because I was always doing things through my emotions before now. But now, since I started listening to DSA, I have set myself free from being controlled by emotions. Thanks so much, DSA, for this teaching. God bless you, sir. Thank you. Emmanuel Quadio says, did I thank God for you because you are a gift to humanity? Oh, Dad. Okay, sorry, don't did. Dad, I thank God for you because you are a gift to humanity. Especially me, I am so blessed. The reason I didn't recognize that was Dad is because it's such a new word for us here. You know, they just called me Pastor Sunday, that's all. Oh. So thank you so much, everyone. And yeah, it was nice being with you guys. I'll be back tomorrow. I think we have Ask Pastor Sunday tomorrow also. Yeah, so tomorrow I'm going to be on with you like 3 or 4 times. Yeah, minimum 3 times. So look forward to seeing you. God bless. Bye.